The nerves. Still, I don't understand it. A guy can like just so much. Doesn't make any sense.
If you're a top picker, here for
I think I'm the only one paying attention to it that isn't nervous.
Really? Yeah. Who are your biggest components, do you think? Who are your biggest components?
Obviously, the lady I'm running against. Sorry.
In the future. Have you solidified what that looks like? If you don't win or if you do?
I mean, if I don't win, it's just I have to keep showing what I do.
Okay.
I'm still here.
So if you, yeah, obviously.
Yep. You can win anywhere.
Do you have anybody that you're like, God, please don't pick them?
Burns is right up on. Getting it. That's good. Well done.
Oh, out of like all of the races?
I felt bad sending it to Steve after he sent his over because his was this little recognition memo, basically. And then here's Adam's. It's nicely put together and ready for me to sign it. It's actually
looks long. Hopefully it won't take that long.
doctored it a little bit in
I
his
don't get
language
on
because
Facebook that often, so I don't time, but no, it was
a
like
few things
it
that
was.
didn't need to be in there, like where their money's coming from and things like that. If it's coming from me, it's my email.
I do too. Yeah, I don't even think she's a contender. I really don't. I do think it's funny they make commercials now. They never made commercials before. It's like a new thing. Yeah.
Well, welcome, everybody. We appreciate you being here tonight for our city council meeting. If you are here to speak during one of our public hearings or our open comment period, there are forms out on the podium. If you'd fill those out and bring those up to our city recorder, we'll make sure they get into the record. We're going to go ahead and begin tonight with our opening ceremony by Councilmember Worth.
If everybody will join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And you know, normally when I have the opportunity to open these meetings, I prepare something to read with a quote or some audacious thought. But I just wanted to speak from the heart a little bit tonight. Today feels like an inflection point where I just have this overwhelming sentiment of gratitude for everybody up here, for everybody in attendance, for those, you know, new officers who are getting their badge pinned, for the upcoming semi-quincentennial 250th anniversary of this country. It feels like following today, as we consider another balanced budget, the engine that makes all of our work possible, even just the Utah Jazz selecting Darren Peterson second overall today, just feels like at this point in my life and in the work that we do as a council that there's so much opportunity in front of us. And I'm just reminded by something one of my friends on the Salt Lake City Council said to me a couple of months ago, is that Utah is a unique place that creates extraordinary opportunity for unlikely people. And I see a lot of that in this room with us here today. I see a lot of that in Clearfield, for Clearfield as a whole. And I think the future is bright, and I'm just grateful to be a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, Council, we have minutes to approve tonight for the May 26th work and policy sessions and the June 9th work and policy sessions. You had a chance to review the minutes? If so, are there any additions or corrections?
John, I move to approve the minutes as stated.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, minutes stand. The first item on our agenda tonight is the swearing in of our new officer, Giovanni Garcia. So we're going to turn the time over to Chief Bennett.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. It's a privilege to be here tonight and to welcome a new officer to our department, Officer Giovanni Garcia, if you want to come on up. Officer Garcia just finished the Law Enforcement Academy at Post. He does have some experience from the Utah Department of Corrections at the prison, and so we are excited to have him and see him go through the field training program in the next several weeks and then become trained and work on his own. I bet you're excited for that day as well. So we are grateful for you and being part of our team, and appreciate our some of our officers here and command staff that are here as well to support you. So welcome to the department, and our city recorder will swear you in.
can have you hold this.
Okay.
So everyone can hear you. Well, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I,
your name,
Giovanni Garcia,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
I can open my candy.
Well, Officer Garcia, we're glad to have you. And thanks to all of our officers for joining and supporting tonight. We appreciate you.
And they're out.
And just like that, they didn't want to stick around for the rest of the discussion. I see how it is.
They clearly don't love the budget like we do.
No. They love the aftermath, though.
All right, well, the second item on our agenda tonight is recognition of the month of June designated as LGBTQ plus Pride Month in Clearfield. And this is something we did last year, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I say it was 2 years ago, 2024, that we did this, and did this in perpetuity, but we wanted to recognize that. So I'm actually going to turn the time over to Councilmember Worth.
Yeah, if you'll remember, we were the first city in this county's history to ever issue a proclamation on this topic, and I thought it was a great opportunity to invite Macy McCormick out to, give that recognition and presentation about why this is important. She has served as the president for the Human Rights Club on Weber State, and she recently graduated and has also worked for Senator Stephanie Pitcher up on Capitol Hill, and I'll just turn the time over to her.
Cool. Good evening, Mayor and members of City Council. My name is Macy McCormack. I was born and raised here in Weber County, and as Dakota said, I am a recent graduate from Weber State University. It's an honor to be speaking with you today, as I spent my senior year of high school living in Clearfield City. That year also happened to be the year I realized I was bisexual. Growing up, I did not have much visibility into what it meant to be LGBTQ. I did not know many openly queer people. I didn't see examples of what it looked like to build a successful, fulfilling life as an LGBTQ person in Utah. Although I felt its absence, I didn't fully understand how much it mattered. Today, I do. As a social media creator who is openly out and living in Utah, I have received hundreds of messages from LGBTQ youth and adults across our state. Some tell me they are struggling to accept themselves. Some tell me they are afraid how others will react. Many simply tell me that seeing someone who is openly queer, happy, and successful in Utah makes them feel a little less alone. This tells me how much this recognition matters. It is especially important because being LGBTQ in Utah can often be difficult. As part of a research project I did earlier this year, I examined legislation affecting the LGBTQ community and found more than 40 proposed pieces of anti-LGBTQ legislation in the last 5 years alone proposed by the state legislature. More recently, Governor Cox proclaimed June to be Fidelity Month instead of Pride Month. Regardless of intent, actions like these send messages about who is recognized, celebrated, and who belongs in this state. Recognition matters. Visibility matters, and the willingness of public officials to show that LGBTQ residents are valued members of their community matters. One of my favorite observations about allyship is that allyship is a verb, not a noun. It is not something we are, it is something that we do. Allyship is correcting misinformation when we hear it. It is teaching our children about kindness and understanding of empathy and respect. It is volunteering our time and resources to support organizations, leaders, and community members who uplift others. I also believe that the LGBTQ community can sometimes feel intimidating from the outside. For some, it may even feel exclusive. But I believe that that feeling is often the product of lines that have been drawn through years of division and misunderstanding. Those lines can only be erased when we are willing to listen to one another, and show up for one another. For that reason, I would like to personally invite each of you to attend a local Pride celebration this year. whether in Davis County, Ogden, or Salt Lake City. Pride is not simply a celebration of LGBTQ people. It is a celebration of community. This community is for everyone. Finally, I wanted to thank each of you. I know local government is often thankless work, and many of the decisions you make may seem small in the grand scheme of things, but they matter extremely. This proclamation matters. To any LGBTQ people in Clearfield, especially young people who may be searching for the same visibility I once needed, your actions send a powerful message. You are seen, you belong, and your community cares about you. Thank you for your time, service, and for your consideration of a proclamation recognizing June. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Thank you very much, Macy. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking the time and coming to share that with us tonight. And, we appreciate you. And thanks for those you brought with you. So, thank you as well. Okay, well, Council, we've got a whole bunch of stuff on the agenda tonight. So we're going to move on to item number 3, which is a public hearing to receive public comment regarding the amendment of green waste collection fees in Clearfield City's consolidated fee schedule. Turn the time over to Rich.
Mayor and Council, we've talked about this several times for the budget process. Our curbside hauler waste management every year does a CPI, adjusts their rates, always up. So the current rate, or the rate that they're going to, is $9.88 plus, well, let's see. That's waste management, then Wasatch Engineering is $2, so $11.88 is our total cost, the city. I wish I had do I have a laser pointer here? So our total cost, $11.88. The current charge is $10.50, so we originally proposed $11.90, but we do get a diversion credit from Wasatch Integrated, and applying that credit, we can bring that fee down to about $11.35 is the proposed fee, and our cost is $11.30, so there's not much margin there. Are there any questions on the proposed fee of going to the current charge of $10.50 to $11.35 or 85-cent increase per month?
Nope. Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in regards to our green waste fees? Okay, seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Your Honor, seeing as there's no public comments, I move to close the public hearing.
And I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Item number 4 is a public hearing to receive public comment regarding the proposed amendments to our excavation street cut permit fees in Clearfield City's consolidation fee schedule. Braden, are you going to take that one?
The majority of the excavation permit fee structure is going to be staying in place. There are just small adjustments. When I say small, the number of adjustments we're making are small. We had previously shown that on top of the base fee for the inspection and the base fee for the degradation of the roads, that we would be charging 30 cents per linear foot of curb and gutter. And we are proposing upping that to $4 per linear foot to make that more reasonable with the amount of work it would take. Also, there's the update of the 30 cents per linear foot in open trench, that is within the right-of-way, and that is being proposed to $4 per square foot, not per linear foot. And then the sidewalk and miscellaneous concrete, that is being upped from 30 cents per linear foot up to $4 per square foot. The idea there being that if we are going to be, if a small section is going to be replaced, it would not cost near as much as it would if you were going to be doing a super large section for a big development coming in, or for a utility company installing their facilities. And I had a point with that. I apologize. That's the proposed. It's that instead of doing the $30 per, or 30 cents per linear foot, it is now going to be up to $4 per square foot for open trench for sidewalk and $4 per linear foot on curb and gutter. Any questions about it?
Council, any questions for Braden? Okay, thank you, Braden. We'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in regards to our excavation fees? You state your name for the record.
Michael Christensen. I'm not here to speak for or against the fee because I don't know enough about it, and neither do you. I write PowerPoint slides for mathematical equations as a career, and the problem with the information you were given in the pre-work meeting is it only showed one point on the line. Okay, your current fee structure, let's say this is 0 here, and this is 0. Your current fee structure at 30 cents looks kind of like this. Well, the fee structure at $4 looks like this. But you were only shown this sewer cut estimate. You don't know what happens here. I don't know what happens here. You don't know what happens here. You don't know what happens here. Because the only thing you were shown was a point. And you did at least 2 points to draw a line, at least 3 points to make a curve. And you don't have any idea what that looks like for larger cuts and larger projects. I would move for you to table this issue and get more information about it, see what things look like at different values, because you don't know what this looks like. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Okay, seeing no other public comment, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I move to approve the closure of the public hearing. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Item number 5 is our next public hearing to receive public comment on our proposed amendments to the fiscal year 2026 budget. We'll invite Rich back up.
Mayor and Council, you've seen these proposed amendments several times now. This is our final move to adopt these amendments for the fiscal 26 budget, in which we have about a week left before we move into 27. The total use of unrestricted fund balance or available cash with these amendments is $174,000. Those being the payroll projected higher in the Aquatic and Fitness Center, texting service to facilitate communication and engagement for $16,000, and a URS or Utah Retirement System back pay issue from over a decade ago. The Arts Center microphones are grant funded. There's a transfer from our RDA 10 of $24,000 to reimburse for the 500 West project. In capital projects, this is in the 27th All Abilities Park in its impact fee funded, but we do need, spending was done in 26, so we do need to amend it just to have those available in 26, even though it's 27. The donation, there was a donation for a basketball court at Bicentennial, and that is funded from a donation. And another CDRA transfer for Clearfield Station. We have had some higher dollar claims that have come in. We're awaiting some reimbursement, so it's a timing issue. We may not get those until 27, but in the meantime, we do need expenditure authority. Are there any questions on the proposed amendments for the 26 budget?
Any questions for Rich?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Rich. We'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in regards to the amendments to the 2026 budget? Okay, seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thank you. That is unanimous. That brings us to our open comment period. I don't have any forms for anyone to speak to the council tonight. Was there anyone here to speak? Okay. And we will move forward to item number 7, which is to consider approval of ordinance 2026-10, amending the green waste fees and excavation street cut permit fees in the city's consolidated fee schedule. This is the items we just went over that Rich just covered for us, and Braden. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. Braden, can you speak to the public comment that occurred a little bit ago?
That's on the curb cuts?
Yeah, it says street cut permit fees, right?
Okay.
Yeah, our residents' concern is about scaling. I think it's definitely something we can be looking at. The idea there being that, say that there's already the base fee to it. So if we only have a very, very small rate for the curb or for the sidewalk, if we have a huge amount of curb and sidewalk, then it's only going to go up a certain amount. Whereas I'm saying if we're going to be spending a lot of time looking at a lot more curb and gutter, we should be charging more for more that we're going to be inspecting. And that's why we came over that $4. My inspector right now is spending quite a bit of his time with the excavation permits right now. And that was the concern, is that, you know, the amount of things he's looking at, if it is going to be a smaller project, it's not going to take as much time. Whereas if he's going to be looking along an entire corridor that's going to have a lot of curb, that is quite a bit different than if he was just doing a small sewer replacement. If you did want to table it so I could crunch more numbers, I'm happy to do that for you. Or if you want to approve it, I'm fine either way.
My only other question would be, so then as I'm understanding is that the concern is that, for lack of a better term, there might have been like a subsidization from somewhere else in the budget to be able to deal with like all the administrative aspect of the person coming out, so we're not getting enough revenue to deal with the administration of these long curbs and gutters and things like that. Is that what I'm understanding?
If there's a long section that's being worked on, it does require a lot more of our resources to be able to inspect it and administer it.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Then I'd entertain a motion.
Thank you.
We're on number 7. Right? Number 7?
Number 7.
I move to approve ordinance 2026-10, amending the green waste fees and excavation street cut permit fees in the city's consolidated fee schedule, and authorize your necessary signature to any necessary documents.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Councilmember Ratchford.
Aye.
Councilmember Worth.
Aye.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Still kind of conflicted, because I think it's a good point. Put it like this. I like what you said, Brayden. It makes total sense for me. The only reason I'm going to vote no is just because of the fact that I think a data point is always good to have. But I do think it comes from a good place, which is why I asked about the administrative aspect. So nay for now.
Okay.
Or nay right now, sorry.
Okay, and that moves forward on a 3-1. Item number 8 is consider approval of resolution 2026-R-17, authorizing and adopting amendments to the fiscal year 2026 budget and appropriating funds for the purposes set forth therein. Council, any questions on the items that Rich presented in regards to the amendments to the budget?
No.
Okay, seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
Your Honor, I would move to approve Resolution 2026-R-17, authorizing and adopting amendments to the FY26 budget and appropriating funds for the purpose set forth therein, and authorize your signature to any necessary documents.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Councilmember Worth.
Aye.
Councilmember Ratchford.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Okay, that is unanimous. Item number 9 is the presentation and discussion on the proposed property tax impact schedule. JJ, we'll turn the time over to you.
I'll review this. Rich has it up on the screen here, and this is what's been discussed throughout the budget preparation process and was finalized at the most recent City Council meeting when the tax rate was adopted. So this is the property tax impact schedule for the FY27 budget. The new law requires any taxing entity that chooses to go through the process of increasing the property tax, which we call truth in taxation, to publish a document that explains exactly how much money would be raised in the property tax increase and what the entity plans to do with that. So that is the purpose of this document. You can see here that the proposed Additional property tax revenue to Clearfield City's budget is $233,106. That amounts to a 6.59% increase in the city's property tax revenue. The impact to the average home, residential owner, it would be $21.60 per month. So again, that's 6.59%. The average residence in Clearfield is valued at $510,000. Commercial properties vary massively in value, but if we were to take the average commercial property, which is valued at $2,151,000, then the increase in the property tax would impact that property at $165.63 per month. In the chart below, we can see exactly how we've divided up that $233,000 from the budget. And this is important to note because these are items that, according to the new law, we cannot proceed with until after the City Council holds the Truth in Taxation hearing in August and then adopts a final budget. So from this point tonight until that point in August, this amount, $233,106, is restricted in the general fund, and we would not proceed with the following. This is important to note because in the FY26 budget, the City Council went through the whole process to raise the property tax to account for increasing costs. And then that, after the budget had been adopted, we learned from the Tax Commission that tax increase was rejected. And so almost all of this increase being proposed in the FY27 budget is to account for what you all tried to do a year ago. Just a little bit more than that. So it was $19 last year for the average residence, whereas this year, $21.60. So the difference is only $2.60 going forward, if that makes sense. So you can see in this chart below, $25,000 in facilities, contracted services specifically, $10,000 in patrol and investigations with equipment. In streets, our maintenance activities would be restricted $60,000 out of that. I mean, our budget is a lot more than $60,000 for street maintenance, right? But we would reserve $60,000 and not spend that until after the final budget adoption. In the parks budget, most of that, $75,000 of that, is for a slope mower, an advanced technology slope mower. And then the remainder, $50,000 and change, is for additional park maintenance, grounds maintenance activities. Again, all of these really are to continue our current level of services. And the last item in communications, the $16,500, is for another year of the new texting service that we are just now launching. So that's how we would, those are the items that would be kind of frozen or restricted that we would not proceed with until after final budget adoption in August.
JJ.
Yes.
Could I make a clarification? You said that it would be $21 per month. It's actually per year.
Per year. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so I just want to make sure we clarify that.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, in my head it was per year, right? And that's what we have clearly outlined here. Yeah, annual increase, yeah. Per year, not per month. Thank you for that correction. Are there any other questions for me about the property tax impact statement? We've worked a lot on this document for the past few months.
Okay, well, thank you, JJ. I will note that as we sat in our fire district meeting last week and looked at the fire district's budget and went through the valuations of properties, that it is really interesting that I never would have thought I'd ever see the day where our average residence was valued at $510,000 in Clearfield, nor that surpassed Clinton for the second year in a row, and significantly enough, at least $50,000 or $60,000 over what Clinton's is. But then I also looked at what some of the other cities in Davis County are now valued at, and we talk every once in a while about how tax rates are similar city to city, but a tax rate being given an exact tax rate of you know, whatever that is, if we used that same tax rate and Kaysville used that exact same tax rate, Kaysville's income from that tax is significantly larger than ours, and yet the exact same size city.
Yeah.
Oh. Very different, but thank you for the presentation. Item number 10 is to consider approval of Resolution 2026-R-18, acknowledging a proposed tax rate in excess of the certified tax rate and adopting the final property tax impact schedule for Clearfield City's 2027 interim budget. Any further questions for JJ on that? Covered that last week and a couple of weeks before that. And okay, then I will entertain a motion.
I move to approve Resolution 2026-R-18, acknowledging a proposed tax rate in excess of the certified tax rate and adopting the final property tax impact schedule for Clearfield City's fiscal year 2027 interim budget, and authorize the mayor's signature to any necessary documents.
And I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Ratchford?
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson?
Aye.
Councilmember Worth?
Aye.
Okay, that is unanimous. Now we have a presentation of the fiscal year 2027 interim budget.
Okay. Mayor and council, this is the third time hearing this last 6 weeks. It's not much different. The interim budget, with the new changes in law in the 2026 legislative session, this requires us entities proposing a property tax increase above the certified tax rate to adopt an interim budget. So this is new for this year. This interim budget takes effect July 1st and remains in place till the final budget is adopted in the Truth and Taxation process, so October 11th for us. So this budget that we've been working on since January is fiscally responsible, it's transparent, it provides quality municipal services, and there was a lot of work from all the staff, departments. Not everyone could have what they wanted. There's a lot more requests than there are resources. So I think we came to a good consensus on how to allocate the resources for the budget. Major changes from FY27 to FY17 from 26, mostly on the revenue side, is increase in sales tax collections projection, decrease in energy tax collections, and then what we've just been talking about, the property tax increase that's restricted until the final budget. There are proposed rate increases in our utilities. So starting in January of 27, water sewer storm rates collectively on average will go up to $2.55 per month. And then, as we just talked about, green waste 85 cents per month. Other notable changes, we have a new aquatic and fitness center manager, offset by other reductions in staffing and operations. 2 new public works positions dedicated to the sewer and storm pipe cleaning, offset by how we used to contract that out. Reduction in dispatch contract with Layton, and then emergency planning has been moved over to North Davis Fire District. Projects, we're able to allocate $3.4 million new dollars to projects in water, sewer, storm, and solid waste. In streets, we've been able to allocate $800,000 new dollars for street projects. Street surface treatments, $580,000. Facilities, $460,000. And parks, we've added $210,000 new, including that renovation, the Jazz basketball court. Sorry. That deferred or eliminated, so yes, there was a lot more requests than we could fit, so we've deferred or eliminated $1.8 million in capital requests. So this just shows our governmental funds, revenues, then our operation expenditures and transfers out, and our capital expenditures. So total expenditures, total revenues, decrease on all of these funds in available cash, but that was planned. These are planned, but you can see one-time expenses, capital is higher than our decrease in cash, so we're using our one-time cash for one-time projects. So we are sustainable, and there's other calculations to show our sustainability that we went over a lot in our meetings. In our enterprise funds, same thing, changes in cash, reductions in cash, less than what we're spending in capital projects. So again, this shows that we are sustainable. So speaking of security, we have 66 days of projecting by the end of the year of fiscal 27. We'll have 2 months or 66 days of cash available, or 18.3% of revenues. And then our operating revenue is higher than our operating expense. And then just ahead, like we mentioned again, is the truth in taxation. Polling item that night is on August 4th, public hearing, and then August 11th that we adopt the final budget. And as noted in the work session, there will be changes to the final budget, mainly just rollover projects from 26 that we didn't complete, and a few minor items it should not affect much. So are there any questions about the interim budget?
Okay, thank you, Rich. Seeing none, I would entertain a motion.
Okay, let me get back to it. I was writing myself a note.
This is item number 12.
Okay. I move to approve Resolution 2026R-13, adopting the Clearfield City Fiscal Year 2027 interim budget for the period beginning July 1st, 2026, and ending August 11th of 2026, and authorize your necessary signature on any necessary documents. I always mess that part up. Sorry.
It is necessary signature.
I know, necessary.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Councilmember Ratchford.
Aye.
Councilmember Worth.
Aye.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Okay, that is unanimous. And item number 13, to consider approval of Resolution 2026-R-10, approving a telecommunications franchise agreement between Clearfield City and Connect Network LLC. And Amy, do you want to come up and take care of this one?
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here.
Well, I tried to get Stuart to do it, but.
And the boss said no, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Mayor, council members. I'm here presenting the franchise agreement with Connex Networks LLC. We discussed this in the work session on May 26th, but just to refresh your recollection, this is a franchise agreement where Connex is an internet-only company, and the franchise agreement would allow them to use the city's right-of-ways to offer services to the community here. It does follow the Telecommunications Act of 1996. It allows non-exclusive rights, privileges to use our right-of-ways. And the agreement does make sure that they follow our ordinances in, we call it the row, but in 8-6-1. And if you recall, at the work session, we did have representatives from Connex kind of explain what their business model was as they come in here. Are there any questions?
Okay, well, thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
I would entertain a motion then. Do you want to make that before you leave, or do you want to? I'm going to excuse Councilmember Worth. He has some vote coming in tonight. I don't know what he's got to leave for, what's so dang important, like he's up for election or something.
Public service is important. So I will move to approve Resolution 2026-R-10, authorizing the execution by the mayor of a franchise agreement between Clearfield City and Connex Network LLC, and authorize the mayor's signature to any necessary documents.
And I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Councilmember Ratchford.
Aye.
Councilmember Worth.
Aye.
And that is unanimous. Now, if you would like to be excused, you are more than welcome.
Thank you. I will see you guys later.
Good luck this evening.
Thank you.
Item number 14 is to consider approval of Resolution 2026-R-19, approving an interlocal agreement with Layton City and Davis County regarding the joint application of the new Edward Byrne Memorial, the Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant. Chief, we'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. As you recall, well, in speaking of budgets, we try and go compete for grants, or we accept grants when we can to help offset our expenditures, as well as trying to enhance public safety. And this is what this grant does. As you recall, as we talked in the work session, usually we get a notification from the Commission of Crime and Juvenile Justice for the award, and this year we were awarded a direct allocation on this grant. And so this interlocal agreement is between us and Layton City. Layton City is the designated fiscal agent. This grant requires a designated fiscal agent, and then agencies within the location of our jurisdiction of Davis County then is the recipient of the awards, but Layton City will manage the entire grant. So this interlocal agreement allows Layton City to do that, and we will, we've been awarded $9,551, and that money is going to go towards increasing public safety security at Barlow Park. We've had some incidents there recently with criminal mischief and property damage, and we believe that additional cameras in the park would be beneficial to the city and the public as we try to increase public safety there. So we look forward to working with Layton City. We've been in communications with them regarding this grant, and we look forward to working with them and receiving these funds. So I'm happy to answer any other questions about this grant.
Council, any other questions for Chief?
Sounds like we were obeying the Constitution to me.
What was that?
Sounds like we were obeying the Constitution to me, so no, we're okay.
Yeah. I just want to thank you for the time you put into looking for these grants to improve the community. I actually got an email from someone about Barlow Park and some of the things that are going on there, so it's great that we can use a grant to enhance security and our local parks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Council, I'd entertain a motion.
I move to approve Resolution 2026-R-19, approving an interlocal agreement with Layton City and Davis County regarding the joint application to the Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant, and authorize the mayor's signature to any necessary documents.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Ratchford?
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson?
Aye.
That is unanimous. I failed to excuse Councilmember Peterson this evening, and so I apologize. I should have done that at the beginning of the meeting, but we have excused her this evening for some other obligations she had. Brings us to communication items. This is the last time we will meet before the 4th of July, so just a reminder, we will be decorating our float and potentially the Youth Council's float on Saturday. Should have an invitation in that regards. Please come join us and put your mark on our float. It does look good, and I've seen it, so kind of a cool looking float. So, and then that's probably it. Just keep a note. I'll have her go real quick. The other items coming up for the 4th of July, but make your presence known. We'll want you there. Councilmember Ratchford.
So we went through the budget for the North Davis Fire District. It does balance. We were not increasing any taxes at this time. There were health insurance that really did play a part in that, which is kind of scary, but we'll see how it plays out. And I think that's all I have for today.
Okay.
Small one.
Councilmember King.
I'm just looking forward to celebrating the 4th of July with Clearfield. I also recently got to volunteer at the Aquatic Center. The Davis schools have the swim lessons there, and they needed some more adult volunteers in the pool, just adults to kids learning how to swim, and that was really cool. They really love swimming, and it's scary though whenever there's like 50 kids splashing around, but I'm really glad that the Aquatic Center is able to provide them a place to do their swim lessons.
Councilmember Thompson.
North Davis Sewer District, we have a new digester. Well, it's not too. It was finally getting installed, the digester lid. So we're just on the last phases of that. So we'll be able to do a better job, of course, of holding waste. And then overall, it was a great investment because of the fact that digester lids are actually hard to find, believe it or not. So with that being said, that's all I have to report.
Okay. Staff reports, JJ?
Just my deep appreciation for Rich and Lee from finance and everybody involved in the budget preparation process, which is a lot, including everybody here on the dais, all our department heads, division managers. It's a long process, and now it's not over because this year process is even more cumbersome. But this was a big benchmark moment in that process for FY27. So thank you so much. Mayor, as you mentioned, we have a lot of summer events coming up. There was Cops and Cars recently, but we've got several coming up over these next few weeks. So I echo your sentiments about being out there with the community. It's a lot of fun, Danielle, as you were saying, and I look forward to that as well. We've reviewed that in a work session, the schedule, but Eric or Chandra, I don't know, maybe you'd want to review what's coming up when you get a moment here. And I'll add my good luck wishes to Dakota. And finally, go Jazz, go USA in the World Cup, and happy birthday, America.
Amen. Nancy?
Sorry, our next meeting is July 14th. So we'll have a couple weeks off, and then our next policy session would be July 28th. I didn't know Councilmember Peterson wouldn't be here. Councilmember King, you are the vice chair for the CDRA meeting, so I just wanted to remind you that you'll be in charge in a few minutes. So that's everything.
Okay. Chandra, you want to cover it? Eric, you want to cover it?
So I had to bring the glasses and the phone. Chandra already started Search the City yesterday. I saw her at the end of the day, and she looked like she started it yesterday. She was pretty tired at the end of the day. And from all accounts, that's going well. This Saturday night is the movie in the park at Steed Park at 8 o'clock. National Treasure is the movie that we'll be watching. Then Monday is Paint the Bridge. Where is do you know where the bridge is? Oh, there it is, 7:30 p.m., just right across the street here. Then the next event is the Patriotic Concert on Thursday at 7:30. That's at the high school, at Clearfield High School. The Pool Bash is Wednesday night at Friday, July 3rd, from 7:30 to 9 at the Aquatic and Fitness Center. And then it's the big day. I got to put these back on. 7 a.m. At Steed Park, North Steed. We start the run. The parade is a 9 o'clock start, and there will be a flyover, maybe 2 throughout the day. We don't know exactly the times yet, but there will be 2 flyovers, and one of them we've heard is the C-130 low and slow, so that will be kind of different and fun. For those of us who love that.
The other 2 will be the F-30. We'll actually end up with basically 3, because we'll have the F-35 flying twice over us.
See, that's just better. That's just better. Semi-quincentennial. We deserve that. Then the real party begins at 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. 6:30 at Steed. I'm all over the place. I took a week off, and I cannot get back in. At Fisher Park, where it's always been, don't go to Steed on the 4th, well, except in the morning. We'll be there dinner for VIPs. We have the bands, lots of vendors, and fireworks will be a little bit bigger and better. We've been told with the fireworks that we'll see something that we rarely see in Utah with the fireworks. I can't tell you what that is because I don't know. They haven't told us that, but we will be impressed. We've been guaranteed. So that's everything, and I probably mixed it up and confused you along the way, but we look forward to it.
And the website's a great resource, right?
Yes, CC July 4.
Lots of opportunities for you to attend and be to things and be out there and support the city, so we hope everyone will be there. Chandra?
For the VIP event, I have your info and maps printed over by the conference room, so if you'll please come get them for me. And for Search the City, we've already had 75 individuals or families play. It's been one day. So that's fun.
Very
That is
cool.
why I looked a little haggled yesterday.
I love it. Any other staff reports? Okay, seeing none. Entertain a motion to adjourn
So moved.
and reconvene in the CDRA board, sorry.
I'll second that.
Second, yes. Motion to adjourn the council session and re-adjourn or reconvene in the CDRA meeting.
And I'll second that.
All in motion and all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
He tried to take both.
Yeah. I had to like rephrase it because like, yeah, I was like, yeah.
And we'll turn the time over to our vice chair.
All right.
Jill.
Like to call to order our CDRA policy meeting for July 23rd.
June 23rd?
June 23rd. Item number 1 is a public hearing to receive public comment on amendments to the.
There we go.